I wrote the shortest story ever written in history. You might know that the shortest story up until now was reportedly written by Ernest Hemmingway. And that story is a story in 6 words, which is kind of crazy. And you probably have heard this before. Apparently, it's been attributed to Ernest Hemingway that he wrote this story on a bet that he could write the shortest story that was a good story in just 6 words. And here's that story: For sale, baby shoes never worn. Now, that is heart wrenching. I mean, that's actually a really good story in 6 words. I wanted to see if I could write a good story, not necessarily a better story, because I won't go there. I'll leave that up to the readers, and you can let me know in the comments what you think about the stories. I actually wrote 3 stories that are 5 words long, and I think that they're pretty good. I wanted to write a story that was the shortest story ever written, so less than 6 words. And I wanted it to also be as emotional and powerful as I could get it. Here's the first one I came up with. Here's my first 5 word short story: Love letters addressed, never mailed. I think that's a pretty good story. What do you think about it? I wanted to put an image that would capture this story. So they're love letters, they were addressed, they were written, but they were never mailed. That hopefully tells the story of missed opportunities. And I think there's a sadness there, but I hope creates an entire story in just an economy of words. That's number one. Okay. I'm sharing these with you in what I hope is the most powerful order. I'm saving the best story for last, at least in my opinion. Now let's go to number 2. Here's the second story. Now, for some of you, because this involves a dog, this one might be your number 1 if you were going to make the order yourself. But this is just my order. I love animals. I love dogs in particular. Here's my shortest story ever written, number 2. Another story in 5 words. We have the picture up of the dog in the old house looking outside. Here's the story: Dog waits. Master never returns. That's heartbreaking, to be honest with you. That's a close number 1 for me. If you love animals of any kind, if you've ever missed your animal, lost an animal, it's one of the hardest things I've ever gone through. I think this image captures it, and then the story does as well. That's my number 2. That's number 2. Number 1 is going to hit hard. I should probably give a trigger warning for anyone who has lost a child or experienced some kind of tragedy like that. If you think this next part will trigger you, then feel free to skip it. Don't have to watch it. But if you want to continue on and get to the first story, my number 1 story, then that's coming up next. To go along with the story attributed to Ernest Hemingway about the baby shoes, I want to share this story. Now, it's number 1 for me because it involves a loss and involves a human being. And there's a surprise, a plot twist, even in the 5 word story. I hope you like the story, even though it might be hard to hear. Here's my number 1 story in 5 words. Here we go. Cancer free. Funeral tomorrow. Alone. Again, if you have anyone that dealt with cancer or you've lost a loved one, that's tough. To me, it's a powerful story of loss. And the plot twist is at the beginning, it says cancer free, which you would think kind of set you up almost for a happy ending. But then the twist is cancer free because when somebody has passed, they no longer have cancer anymore. They're cancer free, funeral tomorrow, and the people that are left behind are alone. So again, really sad. I'm not trying to depress everybody. That's definitely not my point. I just wanted to see if I could write the shortest story ever written, and if I could make that story as powerful or even close to as powerful as the one attributed to Ernest Hemingway, because the baby shoes are great because it gives a visual experience of loss in that 6-word story. It's why I think that it's repeated so often, and it's just a powerful story. And it's a testament to the potency of language. Also, there is this sense of symbolism in the children's shoes. It's very visual and visceral. I don't know that I got even close to that 6-word story, but these are my 3 attempts. Let me know what you think in the comments. Did you have a favorite one? Can you write a story that's 5 words or less? And if you can't, write it leave it in the comments. Again, thanks for watching this video. I got a lot of other videos about a lot of things to do with writing. So if you haven't already, like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.